If you want to build UI designs like this without spending a single cent, then this is the tool you need. This is Google Stitch, and in this video, I'll show you how to use this tool and the steps that you need to follow to make such designs. So make sure to stick around because I'll tell you a feature that predicts exactly where a user's eyes will look first when they see your design. So for a quick context, this is an AI tool by Google that lets you create UI designs for mobile and web just by describing what you want. You can actually edit and refine the response as much as you want, almost like you're working with a real designer. So instead of explaining it further, let me just show you how this tool actually works. I'll open my browser and search Google Stitch. I will click on this link. Once you're in, click on Try Now and sign up. And this is what your screen will look like, a simple interface where you can see Projects tab on the left side and Main Build screen in the center. This is where we will type in our idea. Let's say we want to build a food delivery app design. So inside this prompt box, I'll type create a modern mobile app UI for a food delivery app with home screen, categories, and featured restaurants. Since I am making it for mobile, I will keep that to app only, select 3.0, and let Stitch decide the design system. Now let's click on generate. Here you can see this is our canvas. There are all these options on the right side, which I will explain later. On the left, you can see Stitch is working on the task. It is rendering the view, composing the screen, and building the design system. Now it is mapping out the components and gave us the color palette that will be used for our design. Now, because we asked for home screen, categories, and restaurant, that is why it's making 3 designs for us. It generated a complete UI layout for our app. But generating layout alone isn't enough. You also need to understand these controls to work with it. At the top, we have select option. This lets you select and move things around. Right below that, we have this tiny box, which is mark option. You can use it to select any part of the design and make changes. So I will select this part and ask it to change the pizza slice to a whole pizza. Hit apply, and this is what we got. Then there's this edit option. This is used to edit text directly in your design. Select the text and you can directly make the changes. I will change this 50% to 35%. Next, this is pan option. It lets you move the entire canvas. This is very useful, especially when you have huge and complex design. Below that, this image icon. You can use this to upload your images and place them anywhere in your design. Then there's this color palette option. You can use this to control your design system and the overall style. And finally, the star icon. Here you can see the design that you have added as your favorite. To do this, select the design and click on the tiny star icon, and your design will be added to favorites. But just knowing the tools won't get you good results. You also need to see how they actually work in different scenarios. So now let's switch to a web design and try out some of the other features there. And for this design, I'm going to use Apple's website as inspiration because it's clean, minimal, and premium. So I will click here, and here you can add images or rough sketch with upload file option. But for now, I will click on website URL and paste Apple's website link to let Stitch refer to this design. And then I will type create a premium tech product landing page inspired by Apple with a clean hero section, product highlights, and smooth layout. Let's switch the model to 3.1 Pro. And here we go. First page feels good. Let's scroll. Uh-oh, it messed up here. You can see the text and image overlapped with each other. Let's change the model to Flash and generate it again. And now we have 3 variations of new design. The first one is a bit off, and it also added a random car image, which doesn't really fit here. The second one looks impressive. The dark colors and the minimal theme give it a cool and premium vibe. Third one also looks good, but it is messed up by overlapping text. Personally, second one feels way better because of its dark theme and premium elements. So I'll just go ahead and select this one. And this is something you'll do a lot while using Stitch because you will not get perfect result in one try. You have to switch models, regenerate, compare, and then pick the best design. But this isn't just about regenerating and picking the best one. You can actually modify every single part of the design. Let me show you how we can do this. Let's select it, and you will get these options on top of the canvas. First is Instant Prototype, and it turns the design into an interactive screen. Here, we are in the Preview tab, where we can switch between different views. We can see how this design will look in mobile, tablet, and desktop. Now let's go back to our canvas and see the next feature, which is Variations. With this option, I can select a design and create multiple versions of it. So if I click on Generate Variations, you'll see these options. First, you can choose how many variations you want. So instead of one result, you can get multiple options to compare. Then you have Creative Range. This controls how different the new designs will be. Refine means small changes. Explore means medium level of changes. And the third option generates more creative and different outputs. Then we have got a custom instructions box where you can type any specific changes that you want. So I will ask it to use leather theme headphones in place of these regular ones. And below that, we have aspects to choose what exactly you want to change. Let's do it. See how cool is that? The next option is regenerate, which is pretty simple. If you don't like the current design, you can just generate it again and get a new version. Next is mobile app version. Since we created a web design, this option lets you convert it into a mobile layout, and if you were working on a mobile design, you'd see an option to generate a web version. Basically, this helps you adapt your design across different types of screens. But even after all this, if you don't know where the user's attention actually goes, your design still won't work. And this next feature helps you solve exactly this problem. This feature is predictive heat map. When you click this, it generates a visual map like this. Here, you can see which area of your design will grab the most attention. The red and yellow areas show where users are most likely to focus, and the cool areas show the parts that might get less attention. So this gives you an idea of how people will interact with your design. Let's move ahead. In Modify section, we got options like Edit, Annotate, and Design. Edit lets you select a part of your design and make changes to it. Like here, I will select the headphone part and ask it to change the image to earbuds. And this is what we got. Next is Annotate. And this option is very useful if you want to add notes or comments directly to the design. So if you're working with a team, you can leave instructions or ideas right here, and then you have Design System. This option lets you control things like colors, themes, and corner radius of your design. You can update the whole design style in one place. But here's the real question. What do you actually do with this design once it's ready? If you click here, you'll see these options. First, we have View Code. This lets you see the actual code behind your design, which is great if you want to take this design further into development. Next, copy to Figma. And this is really useful because you can directly copy and paste this design into Figma, and this shows up as a completely editable project. So you can select elements, move things around, and refine it just like a normal design file. If you just want the files directly, you can use Download option, which gives you everything in a zip file. Then, there's Export options. You can export this design into multiple formats. Now, if you want me to take this design and turn it into a fully functional website using AI Studio, comment AI Studio, and I'll make that video for you. And finally, we have this share option. This lets you share your project with others using a simple link. You can turn on sharing, and anyone with the link can view and interact with your design. So instead of sending screenshots, you can just share the actual project. So yeah, Google Stitch is really useful because it is eliminating the hardest part for the designers, which is getting started. You no longer have to stare at a blank screen for 2 hours. You can actually go from an idea to something real in minutes. So if you're a beginner, this gives you a massive head start. And if you're a professional designer, this can easily level up your speed and productivity. Now, Stitch can be your playground for trying design ideas. But if you want to upgrade and build a real working design system, then make sure to watch this video. And if you found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more such videos. And I'll see you in the next one.